Lights on, we enter, no fear, no censor. Voices loud, roots deep, yeah, we the center. Truth in our chest, rhythm in our step. Cameras roll, we rep what's left. We don't fake it, no capping. We don't break it, no capping. From the block to the booth, to the world with the proof. When we move with the truth, no capping.
Yo guys, welcome to No Capping Podcast, another segment, and this is yours, Roll and Vibe. I remain your host, Sonny Moses Daniel, SMD, and then we're here to actually discuss whatever we have on the streets, not just what on the street, but yes, conversation that actually makes sense. We could actually have comedy, funny segments, but yes, it's all about the conversation, no cap, flows, and having the rhythms unauthentic. And I have with me some strong men, the wise men, unknown wise people, and maybe probably they can actually become wise on this one. Yeah, SMD, and I have
Cool name Skiller.
and I have
King Ali J.
King Ali.
J.
Okay, and the wise man.
Only,
The wise man one.
always number one.
All right, guys. On today's episode or today's segment, we came together to see like, okay, there are so many things that has to be talked about. It's not the regular segments where we have the guest and then we have to talk about everything, knowing the guest. But this time around, we want to talk about not just immigrants in Europe, in Romania, but we're actually talking about life, how we grew up, looking at life from Africa to now, and what we see generally as people of color, as adults, and looking back to where we're coming from and the people we have also that are also growing. And I would like to start with Skilla because I understand how life was when we're growing up and how things started for us, especially back in Mushin, you know. No, I have to take you back to Mushin, you know. All the way to Mushin, you know. How life started in Mushin and how it is now. If you want to actually look at life in Mushin and life in Bucharest, what is that single thing you think is differentiating that life?
Man, there's a lot of difference. Like, take for example, we grew up on different, how would I put it, different scenarios. Take for example, we used to go to school all by ourselves from primary schools. But if you look at the culture in Romania, Bucharest to be precise, a lot of the students are taken to school by their parents. They call it the school run. We didn't know what the school run was, bro.
The school run back home is you have to run to school.
We didn't do that, bro. We had, oh, take your food and be gone. And my pops used to give us money, like 50 naira back in the days. It was like big money then for me.
Yeah.
And I went to 3 different primary schools before I graduated because I kept changing schools.
Yeah.
And the best for me was the local system. The public school was the last one I went to, which was St. Jude's. Shout out St. Jude's, by the way. And it was a very nice one. Yeah. That's where I really explored how to play football. Yeah, because they used to call me Kanu Papilo back in the days.
Wow.
And it was so good that sometimes I'd be like, oh, maybe I could use this as my career. So it's even bigger than that. Man, shout out to my guys also in Archbishop Age. Yeah, we went to school together. I and a guy called Nathaniel, your cousin actually.
Yeah, my cousin.
Yeah, so it was a great experience going through the public school system where everything was a lot of discipline. A lot of discipline. The teaching, that's another story, but the discipline they instilled,
Yeah.
I think I still fear them to today. If I see my teachers, I'm wrong.
you see that fear is one thing that we actually grew up with. Like, how was it for you, like being nurtured by by African parents, like your mom and dad, having another brother, and then unknown disciplinary,
Unknown gunmen.
How was it for you? Like, how you be?
Honestly, mine was totally different because I grew up in a military background. My dad was in the military,
Koboko.
Koboko.
there was a lot going on, you know. We had growing up in schools and everything, even without knowing, we had people that were looking at us, monitoring us, that my dad had already put in place that, look, if he plays too much, if he dirties his clothes, his uniform, you know, we were really monitored growing up. So I didn't really, for me, I didn't really get the time to mingle with people, to play like other kids played, because I was very cautious of having my uniform stained, because definitely if I get the stain on the uniform when I get home, it's going to be another work.
This guy's from the rich home. This guy's from a rich home.
No, so I grew up with that kind of setting, so it's really affected me up till a particular level of growing up, because I had difficulties interacting with people. I was always keeping to myself because I had this thing that, who is looking at me, who is who is just monitoring me and seeing how I'm living my life and everything. So mine, I think, was totally different from his. Even though at a point I used to sneak out, from the school. The first time I ever snuck out of the school, it felt like heaven. The first time. Freedom.
The first of being a deviant.
The first time that they ever, they never sent me home for school fee.
Yeah.
And then the day that, for some reason, there was a delay in the transaction, and they came to the class and they were like, we have not paid our school fees. We were so happy. Instead of going home, I went out to play.
You sent your ass home when you were happy, man.
I was super happy that at least I experienced what other students used to experience when I see them sending them home.
Oh my God.
So it was crazy and amazing at the same time. I think I can wait. And seeing the young people in Romania now, it's like they don't even know what we had to go through. Like, they're really enjoying
that discipline.
Bro,
They don't know
really
discipline
enjoying
at all.
They're really enjoying.
Yeah. But for real, I know that your case was special, and then his case also. But Alex one, I feel like, we understand the spoon we understand the spoon we came with. It wasn't silver, the spoon was not even.
It was not silver, it was not gold. It was not, I cannot say, but nevertheless.
But it was never, you had spoon?
Yeah, we had so nevertheless, it was like,
Well, you lost this spoon.
I was in a situation whereby I had to wake up in the morning, I wake up since I was a kid, I always wake up at 4 a.m. So you're waking up at 4 a.m., you will do Koretenia in your house.
Yeah.
Koretenia is cleaning. You take the broom, you sweep the house first of all. If you have a dish overnight, you have to wash it. And then before you start preparing for school, This is the rule. This has been the routine from when I was in the primary school.
But it's sitting out like the kids wakes up at 5 a.m.
Yes, like you wake up very early so that you can be able to prepare yourself for school, You don't wake up and your mom is not even waking you up. You are waking up by yourself because
if you don't wake up by yourself,
you have that thing has been built in you. This now that we're using alarm. We don't use alarm back in the days.
Where would you get your alarm?
And again, I went to private schools and I went to public schools and I went to boarding school. I was in a boarding school.
And I see why you're stubborn.
And bro, that is the highest. Here I was asking someone. I told him I said, do they discipline kids in the school here? And he said, no, they don't do it. If you do it, I was like, eh?
You were asking Gabriela.
So I told him that back home, after classes, every student has to clean the class before you leave.
Yeah.
So if you're not cleaning it before you leave, you have to clean it in the morning before the assembly. And I asked them, do you guys do this here? Do the students clean their classroom before they leave? They said, no, they have cleaners. I was like, what? You clean your class yourself.
Yes, though.
Like you come to school and you clean everywhere. You clean the teacher's desks. You clean your class. The cleaners in the school are just responsible for the toilets and other stuffs,
Yeah, same shit.
If you're staying in the private school and the public school, if you're not staying in the boarding school, but if you're staying in the boarding school, the students are responsible for everything. The toilets, the dining hall, you have to clean everything yourself. This was the discipline. This was how we learned how to clean our homes. You know what we call dry cleaning? I wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, I wash my uniform that morning, and it's going to dry that morning.
Wash out, yeah.
It's actually called wash out, yeah. Even when we have to go to parties, sometimes you just quickly have to.
You quickly have to just, you
wash.
put it in the full water, like you wash the uniform, and then we have the techniques. You bring a big towel, You put your uniform in the towel and you squeeze the hell out of it.
Yeah.
You know, after that, you take that old iron. That iron with the charcoal.
Okay, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. What we did then, when you actually spread the clothes and then you see that it's dry and then you don't have iron, back in boarding school, you put it under your pillow.
Under the pillow, yeah.
Under your pillow. So you put it under your pillow so that it could actually get.
No, we had the iron because it was part of the, you know, if you're going to boarding
inheritance.
school,
It was inheritance.
they give you the list of the
Yeah.
things the student have to have, you know, 2 buckets, 2 spoons, 2 cups, 2 plates.
Yeah, that was in
you know,
boarding
that
school.
kind of list. They give the parents the list, you know, and we have to run to the kitchen. So the distance between the hostel and the
Yeah.
kitchen is like maybe 500 meters away, you know. You have to run to the kitchen and go and tell the lady, help me with charcoal, you know.
Yeah.
And she gives you charcoal and you take it, run back to the hostel. Bro, it was...
I feel like back in those days, our parents actually did their best. What is that most memorable moment you feel like as a kid under African parent guardian? What was that memory? That memory you still hold today? For me, I can say first is the fact that I remember when I told because I was raised by my grandmother, and then that day I didn't want to go to school. So at first I didn't know the word was depression. So I told my grandma, like, I don't feel like going to school. I was feeling sick. I don't like the people in school. They make me feel sick. And my grandma said, why you don't want to go to school? I said, I don't feel like going. And then this woman went back inside, and when she rolled the slippers, she she pulled it up like this, pop, on my head. My head is, bro, I was in class. That was the best days.
They're not born
So-
you well to say you don't want to go
Yeah,
to school back home.
that's one thing I always share with people, and I would never forget. What is that one thing that you actually like your parents, your dad or your mom? I know that they are always ask all of us to sit down, kneel down, carry something, push the wall, everything. What is that most memorable moment?
See, I'm trying to dig through the archive.
It's too much.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, bro.
It's too much.
It's a lot.
Sadly, I'll just give 2. There was one actually. It was about a girl, you know. When we start growing up.
Yeah,
and,
we do those love letter shit.
yeah.
Alex is in this. Alex actually
I've been
is
in-
wearing this shoe right now.
It was about a girl. I was in SS1. Shout out to Harold, my friend. I was dating the sister back then. I wouldn't mention her name, but she's a very wonderful person.
We'll look for him.
You ain't gonna get him. But Harold was this guy in school. Back then, I know your cousin would be able to relate to this.
I know Bishop Aggie.
Yeah, my dad was a disciplinarian. He had 6 kids. And he didn't just have 6 kids. He was training his younger ones too as well. They were old dudes then, and it was our turn to be trained. And my dad, once you're off school, he's not always at home. But if he's at home, you ain't gonna know. He's going to come like a thief in the night. You're not going to know. And he routinely comes to school to check. He's going to blend in with the people. And you know, as public school they be, like a lot of students. Like in one class, you could have about 120 people, 80 to 120
I said it that
in
day.
one class. And the class could be labeled, a JS class could be labeled from
A to G.
A to M. We had A to M. I was in M in my junior secondary school. So, my first young love was, I was in GS3.
You started loving.
Yeah, man. Damn, I was 14.
Lover boy.
I was 14.
Congratulations.
Bro.
Congratulations.
Man, I was 14. And I was like, Jesus, do you know that blood rush you have? Like, I could do all things now.
Through Christ who strengthened you. All through love.
Bro, I didn't know what I was doing. And then there was a curfew in my house. Like, once you're done with school, you gotta get back home.
ASAP.
The compound was big. We used to play football outside. So my dad would love you to stay in the perimeter, play football all you want, but don't step out of the gate. So it was like that. So most times he gives you the time, the leeway to play ball in school too. But once it's 4, you're not back home, you gonna get it. So you know love now. As love take the mad person. I would go, so my house was like due west. I would go due north. Like Cardinal Points. I would go all the way north, like to Iyala. You know where Iyala is?
Yeah, sure.
I would go all the way to Iyala, and my school was in Ilasa.
Ilasa.
I would go to Mushin, Iyala, to go look for woman. Oh.
Chai.
Then, you know that time when love the shack, you will lose track of time. Thunder we won't fire you, they come. The thunder the gym. Hey, what? Then I was there, man. I didn't want to go home. And this family, my girlfriend's family, really loved me. I was young. They knew I was with this younger sister, but they were young love. Let them do what they want to do. So we'll talk every day, but they say 99 days for the thief.
One day for the owner.
1 day for the owner. My dad was at home that day. I didn't know there were no mobile phones back in the day.
No mobile phones, bro.
For everyone, man. So no one could call me that. Fire the mountain, they come out. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So after the whole hug and kisses, I was going home. Then Harold, my friend.
Oh, you started kissing at first.
I don't
This guy has spoiled.
bro, it was just kisses, bro.
Your first kiss, 14 years old.
Yeah, I was 14, man. for
This
real.
guy was living a big man life.
They say now why my lip pink. I don't know whether I can show for this camera.
Pink.
Editor. Edit that part.
So I stayed till like 6:30. My dad was already fuming. He don't cut the cane for me down. Don't measure them. Maybe you are 14, maybe 3 inch.
God bless our
Keep her
parents.
down. So I knew, say, I don't fuck up. I now called my friend Harold. Can you see me off home? And a friend of mine, Bola, too as well. So the two of them followed me home. I thought they were gonna save me. Because normally
Nothing.
Has anyone saved us from our parents?
Never. Nobody.
Even
can-
neighbor.
Neighbor cannot save
If
me.
the thing elapsed that moment, you chop it in the
You
night.
chop it in the night.
In the night.
You know, sorry to, but let me digress a bit. There's a joke that says, I used to crack this joke that my dad would think of a crime I would commit maybe 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
He would wake up in the night and wake me up. Son, you go chop cane now.
Now.
You go fuck up 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
So, that was how it was. But let's go back. So I went home, my dad was there waiting. I knock on the door. Who's that? With that strong voice. Not me.
You're gone,
And I
bro.
replied, not me. He said, now you, come inside. My friends were already shivering. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. They were saying good afternoon, good evening.
In the
He
night.
said, how are you guys? How are you? Where are you coming from? Before he finishes the sentence, where are you? I don't receive one. I took to my heels, man. But too late. He had it all covered. They used to call me the Flash back then in school because I was fast. My dad was
Faster.
Yo.
He had it out for me, man. Shout out to him. He's gone now, but
Nah, big shout out
man,
to that. Rest in
man,
peace,
he's
Papa.
the best person.
Rest in peace,
if I have
Papa.
to do it all over again to choose a parent, I would choose my dad all over again.
Yeah, nah.
Amazing.
That's like, I feel like every one of us will always choose our parents again, even when we know we will not choose them. We're actually even when you know inside of you, even when you've told yourself, if I fit kill this man, but not kill this man.
We've said that a lot of times. No, everyone has said that to
Yeah.
me. Like,
But funny enough, most of the times we say those things, and if we look at it literally later, we'll be like, the truth is, if we want to still come to this, we'll come through
We'll
them.
come through them.
But at least maybe in a different circumstance.
Yeah.
Still
The thing is that the discipline which they gave us, it plays a long role in our life.
Yeah.
Like it helps us to understand things. It helps us to be independent.
yeah.
This is why I see some people here, in Romania. There are a lot of nice people also. I think some Romanians also, people who live in the old age back then, they also had discipline,
Yeah, they did.
So some people right now, like, they don't have this independence in them, They are always falling back. Or any little thing, they want to go back home, they want to do this. They can't stay out for so long, like, to survive, But our parents taught us how to be able to survive on our own, Like how to be able to defend yourself. Like anywhere you stand, you can speak out for yourself.
Yeah.
Like back home, then you you go out or you're in the street or you're fetching water, because I don't know if you guys fetch water, but
Everybody did,
we
bro.
always fetch water. Is the routine. This was why I was telling someone. I told them that sometimes you see.
For me, big boy, we still carry the water on our head.
This is why I told some people that sometimes you see Africans and we come, you ask us, are you going to the gym? And we tell you no. The gym has started since you were 5 years old.
Bro,
But there are still some Africans with, 9 months later. There are some Africans with 9 months later.
We have been doing this gym.
Yeah, there are some Africans with 9
We
months
have been
later.
doing this gym.
Especially the men.
With belly pack.
Some even have 18-month pregnancy.
Back then, the 25 liters, if you cannot lift it by yourself, bro, you're a pussy, man.
That's shame, bro.
It's a shame, bro.
Shame.
Because that is the time you show that, oh, I'm a big boy,
Yeah,
because it's always the routine. After school, you come back home, you eat, you wash the dishes, do the quarantine, and you go fetch water. It's the routine.
Yeah,
Steady.
But let me ask you guys a quick question. How has this life, this thing, like this discipline, how has it affected your life positively and negatively?
For me,
Positively?
very positively. I learned to read people and understand people and caution myself in public, in the sense that growing up, my mom was, in fact, my dad was the one in the military, but my mom was more of the disciplinarian. My mom has several tactics of communicating with us. Our eyes.
Let's see those eyes, because every African,
Bro.
every Nigerian I've met, I can't say for other Africans, but African countries rather, every Nigerian I've met always say this thing that when your mom look at you, there are different. There is a look that is live here. There is a look that is don't touch. There's another look that you are dead.
You are dead.
So, like, is it that those eye movements are different? Because I know if my mom looks at me like this, it means move. Like move.
Yeah.
I think it's like a device now that they pair. It's like Bluetooth.
Like all
device that they
African
pair,
parents has that quality.
Yeah.
It's like
That
the
eye look.
Bluetooth device that
That
they pair.
non-verbal communication is key.
They don't need to say
They don't need
what.
to say it. Exactly.
You know what is going on. You know what's about to come.
Like there was even a scenario where we got to a place where, like a gathering, we went to visit someone, and they said, "Una go drink coke." Then we all did this. We were like 3 kids. We all did this to our mom. Our mom did this.
They will even
You know what?
Nah.
No, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. Say, it says Alex was in a public transport. It was in a bus or something. He was telling me recently, and a woman gave these 2 kids something to eat, and their mother was there, and the children just collected it and they started eating.
yeah.
It.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you see the same reaction. The same reaction. My mother.
You are dead.
You are dead. My mom, and I believe every one of us mom, we tell the woman, oh, give them. And as she's saying give them, she's looking at us. She's expecting us to say thank you. Because that look back means don't take it.
Even though you are
And she's telling
hungry
the
to
woman,
poor.
oh, thank you so much. Give them. And he will look you. Ah, God.
Take it. You dare not take it into
Your mouth.
Yes.
You can hold it in your hands like this, you hold it in your hands like this, and the woman will be telling you, eat now.
Eat
You say,
now.
okay.
Your mommy will even add and be telling you, oh yeah, eat
Now, that eats now, you are confused. You
Yeah.
don't know whether should I eat or should I not eat, because
Because if you eat, that will be.
you know that song. Where's that song again? Bro, your coffee is waiting
Your
for
coffee is
you.
waiting for you. Like.
in your head. Your mommy's going to say, "Eat the boy, your papa will
Eat.
that thing."
Because they always tell us, don't take anything
From
from
a stranger.
Mommy, what about that your friend? Don't take anything from strangers. That is the number 1 rule.
They are like bylaws. Like, when Moses came with the tablet,
Yeah.
they've etched them into your head.
And this thing, like all African parents, that thing is like all of them. When they give birth to them, they just put it in.
Yeah,
put
man.
this thing inside.
It
My-
comes with factory setting.
I'm telling you, my grandma saw me eating somewhere, and I was telling him also. My grandma saw me eating somewhere, and as I was eating, I was hiding so my grandma would not see me. Then I was just very little. And the woman said, "Oh, Moses is here or he's eating." Say, Moses is eating. And my mom's and the woman said, "Yes, he's my son. He even like the food." My mom now asked me, "Do you like the food?"
You say you like another person's food more than your mom's food. Oh God!
At that point in time, your head is like, oh shit.
This is the moment. This is the moment I realized.
And even that point whereby, now these days, you see kids. Maybe you can have 2 kids in the house, and you go into the kitchen to prepare something. This one says, "Oh, I don't eat chicken. I don't eat this. I don't eat that," and you have to make different portions for them. Back home, then you don't eat what?
But remember, we all eat in one plate.
Yes.
We all eat from one plate.
This was where I learned how to eat fast.
Yeah.
My siblings don't like
This
to
is
eat
how
with me.
So
Mine was different.
my Romanian friend will ask me like, "How come you eat hot food, bro? If you don't eat hot food, you."
No worries. Mine was different because I didn't used to eat swallow ever. Like when Romanians call it grish.
Ajebota.
I couldn't because I was like, nah. I select a lot.
This guy's from every show.
But man, there was a day because they used to cook different for me. There was a day my dad said, "Enough is enough. Where is that deviant? Come here, cook ogbono." You guys know what ogbono is,
Yes,
right?
that's the food
You say you know sabi swallow.
you will learn.
You
go learn.
must eat by force.
He took me, age 13, sat beside him.
With a cane.
He cut. My dad doesn't need a cane. His stare alone is like staring into the eye of the dragon, bro. So he looked at me. He cut it. How do you want to swallow it? Small, big,
Or
medium? I was like, small. And he put it in my mouth. He was looking at me. He said, "You can chew."
Yeah, we used to chew
Yeah,
swallow.
you
them.
can chew. Then I tried chewing. I didn't like it because it was always gummy. Then I tried swallowing. I drank water. I said, "You finish this portion is for you." Ha! I took 1 hour.
Yeah.
But when I finished, he said, "Welcome to the club. You dare not say they should cook rice for you
He
again."
didn't ask you, "Did you die?" That's the first question from them.
Me too.
He kill you.
I don't eat beans back then.
Me too.
I hate beans.
We all hated beans.
We all hated beans. I hated beans.
I love beans. So
My dad
was-
loved beans.
You're
My problem
special.
was any food that has onion. You see me picky, selecting the onion, putting it aside.
My sister
I
does that.
hated beans. Then my mom was like, "Okay." When she took me to boarding school, she told me, "You don't want to eat."
I will see
like
how you
this."
survive.
Let me see how
Let
you
me
survive.
survive. That's the first
When
one.
I heard that, I was
And
like,
you eat water beans.
in my mind, I was like, I have provisions, bro. I started eating my provisions. 1 week later,
1 week later.
I was always the first on the queue to take that beans that I was rejecting, because with the discipline, bro, you will learn that thing you hate. You must learn how to do it by force.
But I was lucky. It was only during uni that I get to taste the outside life without my parents' support or my uncle's support. Because I was with my uncle in Enugu State. Because I was working as a teacher.
That's a very good state. I lived there before.
Man, I loved it. 042.
I lived there before.
My uncle is a cop. Like, he just came and said, "Hey, how would you like to study in UNS, one of the most prestigious schools in Nigeria? It's in Enugu. Come with me." My dad at first said no, because I'd never stayed with anyone other than my parents, and he was worried maybe I would get a bit, because I had temper issues. I had a tiny temper. And
You can break the bottle. It's not tiny.
I had a tiny temper. Like, it was crazy. Everyone that knew me knows that you don't fuck with me. Like, it was that crazy. And I just got off from a fight. And that fight too was also about a girl.
You don't do it.
But it's like this guy has been fighting for
I
long.
was 17.
Why?
I think I was 18, 17 out of school. I was teaching in the school. And
But are you in love now?
wait,
Speechless
Speechless.
and speechless. That's how you make me feel.
Explain.
that's all.
That's all. So this is it. Fact is that we have different tribes in Nigeria, different culture. We have the Yoruba, we have the Igbos, we have the Hausas, we have the Edos, we have the Igara,
Yeah.
we have the Igbiras,
Yeah, quite
we,
close to the
we,
Igbo people.
we have the Ibio.
Yeah.
We have too much of them. And how these people, come together, like our parents, our family, like, okay, the same, if I call another person right now and put him on the phone and say, tell us about your childhood, the same thing, especially those ones that were like 90s, the 90s, they would think, the 80s, the 70s, they all have had the same stories
Baby bloomers.
of how they were actually, how they actually grown. But there is one factor that I've seen, and that factor is being identified as not just Nigerian, but as an African. Now, a Tanzanian will tell you the same eye look that our parents had, the same thing they had. So I always tell people, like, if it's Nigeria, it's Ghana, African are African. Anywhere you meet them, they have the same story to tell.
Similar stuff.
They might have, it might be a little bit just different, but we're all similar in all our activities. So big shout out to every country, everyone representing Africa on the bigger platform, small platform, whatever you're doing, and big shout out to you guys. But coming back also to our life right now and what is going on in Nigeria, we heard about the massacre, what is happening to Christian brothers in Nigeria. We saw the Romanian national team. How did you see the Romanian national team actually flying the flag? It seems even
I was quite surprised.
yes,
too, I
even
was
Monica
surprised, bro.
listened to me.
I was very
I was surprised. I didn't know what was behind that message, but we just want to say big shout out to the Romanian national team for actually speaking out for millions of people, millions of Christians
big
in
shout out.
Nigeria. And we also want to use this medium to say that everyone deserves to live. Either you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, or a traditional person, there is no hate anywhere, and hate will not actually make us survive. Africans are known for peace. Africans are known for love. Africans are known for harmony. Let's keep preaching it, and let's actually be our brother's keeper. Everywhere you go today, they talk about Africans, and when they talk about Africans, I've not been to a place where they say, it's because of Africans that we are like this. No. It's only Africans that we see it's because of these people, because they colonize us, because Africans are peaceful people.
Always.
They are loving, kind people. So please, brothers and sisters, wherever you are, preach that love. Christian, Muslim, traditionalists, nobody deserves to die untimely death. And this is just a message from No Capping Podcast. Now, coming back to what we were saying, looking at our parents, you've been in Romania and you've seen kids. You've been to other European countries and you've seen kids and you've seen your age mates. Do you think like the Gen Z system changed? Was it a circular change or it was just African? Because even those things that our parents used to tell us back in Africa, the eye look, everything, it's at minimum now. I see kids doing anything they want to do, right? And I was speaking to a Romanian friend and she was telling me like, okay, you see, those things also during our time, it was like this. Do you think that cultural discipline was a general norm? Do you think it was a general norm?
I think so, yes, because I've had the privilege to speak with a lot of Romanians and they have, I think, similar upbringing. A couple of my friends would say their parents were disciplinarians too, but by the late 90s, things started to change. I think it's as a result of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, globalization, internet,
Mobile
phones brought its perks, but also it's really, in a way, damaged society. Back then, when there were no phones, family had family time on the table.
Yeah.
Eating, you were not with your phone. These days, no one communicates anymore on the round table of eating. And when you think about a lot of information, because we're in the information age as we speak, too many information. We don't know the one that is actually meant for this particular age group or the next. So you could just go to Instagram right now and see someone butt naked. You could just see.
You used to see those nakedness.
It was hard to see them.
That's like algorithms you search.
No, it's not.
It's what you said you're going to do.
No,
You used to look at nakedness.
That's what I'm saying.
No, bro.
Wait, hold on.
No,
That's
no,
what I'm
no,
saying.
no.
You could search. You
Attack
could
'em,
easily
attack 'em.
search. You could easily search for butt naked girls and see them. That's what I meant.
So that's what you always search
not
for.
me. I'm saying in general.
Oh,
What
okay.
he means is that back in the
You
days,
don't understand
things
what I'm
was
trying to
not
say?
like this.
We don't have
Yeah,
internet
it
to
wasn't-
search then.
even
You would
if
have
there-
searched. You
even
would
if
have
there
searched.
was- Come on, I love them ladies. No disrespect to them ladies. yo.
Back then, if you want to even something like that, the only place you could even see it is you go. It will be hard for you to even go to some places to buy
Okay,
the
do you know-
magazines.
Now-
when I was young,
You know?
I used to go to cyber. I would save some money that my
Yeah.
parents gave me. Every Friday, I used to visit cyber cafe. I never thought of.
Yes,
Searching
I never
for-
thought of searching for
Yeah.
something like that.
I was just searching for information that I would use to flex in school the next Monday.
Yeah.
Because they used to call us, a couple of us, they call us the nerds because I was in science class. And I loved it because I like sharing information and making people grow through my own eyes. But these days, everybody got it in the palm of their fingers. They could search for anything I want to be, anything they want to be.
Yeah.
And it's becoming really, really toxic. And parents these days don't even have time anymore. When you think about them overworking, you can see a parents just drop money on the table and go with a note. The child goes to buy anything he wants. So in general, I feel the economical factors and the internet factor is really crippling disciplines at home.
Even back in the days, our parents was overworking. I can remember my dad is late, and my mom brought us up. My mom trained us. You know, she was working hell. You know, I wake up every morning before I go to school. I have to go and clean the shop. My mom had a shop. You know, I clean the shop, bring out the things before I go to school.
Before
you know,
you get
so
dressed.
they were working hard. You know, and they still had that
The
privilege,
values,
that
they kept the
values.
values.
They kept the values. You know, the thing is that these days, a lot of change and influence have affected a lot of people, that people don't understand things, you know, and now they copy.
Yeah, a lot of copying.
They are copying too much, you know. This is the problem. Do not copy, because if we are copying these people, we are losing the value. I was in the, I think it was a Carrefour, and I was waiting on the line at the payment stand, you know. And this parents, they were with their kid, that maybe she should be maybe 6 years old or so, and they were buying a pack of cigarettes. I was fucking mad. I was shocked. In presence of your kids. Even till today, if I'm a smoker, my mom will never know that I'm smoking. I will never
Because you'll be
smoke
scared.
in
Yeah.
presence of them. Even till today, with my
It's
age,
the audacity for me.
you cannot have that audacity, you know.
Yeah.
Even if our parents was doing this back in the days, okay, I know my dad smoked when I saw him when he was alive. You know, I saw by accident. You know,
You dare not.
but I dare not try it.
Let me tell you,
You know?
this. Let me quickly tell you this. I had this earring, and what happened was, I posted a picture on my WhatsApp story status, and the next morning my dad called, and my mom.
Tell.
Meeting.
That was last month.
How old
They
were
called,
you then? And it's still.
and my dad called. My dad said, "That thing in your ear." He didn't even say that thing in your ear. Oh, you pierced your ear. I said, "No, Dad." He said, "Do you know that your younger ones are seeing it?"
Yeah.
Do you know? Okay, if your younger brother goes into, what would you say? I couldn't even tell my dad that is stressed, because at that point I could actually get a slap from the phone.
Yeah.
ASAP, bro.
I just told my dad, "No, Dad, it's just madness. I'm not going to use it again."
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't see this video.
I mean, I swear, your dad was coming from an age where where mentors cared about the followers or people looking at them as, "Hey man, I want to be like this dude."
Yeah.
Check out Jordan, Michael.
Michael, yeah.
He was upright to the point where he showed his work ethics, and Kobe Bryant picked it up.
Pick him out, yeah.
But these days,
Kobe Bryant actually doing it.
these days, dudes
Nobody-
ain't doing that shit anymore.
No, nobody.
People are be shaking their ass all up on the internet.
Oh, you also watch Us. You watch Us.
Ass.
It's
Literally,
It's a lot.
people don't take mentorship serious anymore.
Yeah.
Unlike before, when we're growing up, you could ask someone like, "Who is your mentor?" and they could vividly say, "This is my mentor," because they've been they've heard of this person and then they're aspiring to be like the person. Now there are so many things online. You'll be surprised. You ask a teenager, "Who do you want to be like?" And he calls.
Cardi
You won't
B.
be surprised.
They probably
Someone will
say
say
Cardi
Cardi B or someone will say Portable.
I even say OnlyFan
No.
these days. OnlyFan.
Bro.
They have their
It's-
mentors from
it's,
OnlyFan.
it's really when it comes to this kind of thing, it's fucked up because I've experienced this situation. I've been in a table seeing things like this, you know, and it makes me mad, you know,
It does,
because
bro.
I cannot imagine. Okay, I went since I came on this podcast, you know, it's only people that knows me well that knows I have a son.
Yeah.
So I have a son here in Romania. You understand? So there's only people that knows me well that know I have a son, you know. And if I can imagine my son doing something like that.
Congratulations, bro.
I'm not saying that everyone that we are all good, you know. Everyone has his or her bad parts.
we've got our
You
vices.
understand? But it's very important that what you display in presence of your kids
Yeah.
should be something that they're going to be able to learn from.
Because they easily emulate.
You know,
anything.
because they easily emulate anything. You
Brain's
know,
like a sponge.
it's very easy
Which
for them.
organ
Like,
of sponge?
You know,
If-
you know that one where they use that time wash plate.
if my sons come around, you know, and for example, I'm also a stylist. So when my son is around with me,
Stop
in the-
advertising yourself.
in the house.
Bruh,
You didn't
come
pay
on.
to be
You know,
You didn't pay for it.
when my son is with me in the house, you know, and someone comes in and I open the door for the person, it's a guy. He knows where the person is going because he have seen that several times.
A repeated action.
You know,
They go to
and
the balcony.
he runs to the balcony
Yeah.
and he goes to where I keep the clippers and he brings it out. You know, he takes the clipper on his hand.
And he's
You
a kid. He's already
and he's a
learning
kid.
very
He's
fast.
like 1 year and 8 months. You know, and he takes the clipper on his hand. You know, and I'm like, okay, let's stay and cut the hair. You know, he's just stand there with me. You know, and I hold the comb. He takes the comb. You know,
Yeah.
because he have seen me
He's
doing
learning.
this repeatedly. Now imagine whereby someone in presence of him is smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're also-
What do you expect him to do?
It's
He's
the same
seeing that repeatedly. He's going to one day pick up that smoke.
As soon as he could say kuku keke, he's taking a cigarette.
And you know the fucked up part is that when you correct them and tell them don't do this in presence of the child,
Yeah.
they start acting funny. You know, it makes me mad, you know, because
Stupid.
tomorrow you go out at the Uniri on the street, you know, do this experiment today. See most of the kids, ask them their age. They tell you, I'm 12. But you see them smoking. This is what they emulated from their
Right.
parents, which is not good.
But it was one of the culture shocks I had coming to Europe, like having smoke breaks in school. I studied from a private university and we would have 2 smoke breaks. It was a bit shocking to me, like we had a break just to smoke.
Just to spot.
Bro, I was surprised.
Bro, what's going on here, man?
Even in some
Let's talk
churches,
about that, man.
even in some churches, they come out of the church. People take smoke breaks. They come out of the
And-
church to smoke.
And
Even in the workplace
yeah,
also.
And let me bust your head. There was a big ass advert at the back of the smoke carton or something, the thing that houses the cigarette sticks, to show you this is what you might be in a couple of months or years if you keep smoking. Chronic emphysema. You will be bedridden if, and all the diseases, but they still, because of the nicotine inside. So why start? The question is why start? Why show the kid?
This kind of thing.
But also, I feel like this conversation is a very long one.
Yeah.
When it comes to kids actually emulating what their mother or their father are doing. For me, I grew up watching my grandmother, and for me, I had a role model who was basically Charles Chukwumasoludo, and then I had Sanusi Lamido. Sanusi, they were my great economists. I was always looking up to them. And even when I see,
CBN governors.
yeah, the CBN governors, when I saw my dad also, I was looking up to even till today, I was telling someone, I said, see my dad, this is what my dad has achieved. Me too, I want to achieve such thing. Do you understand now? Because I always look at my dad and say, if he can do all this thing, looking at where we came from, I can also do them. You understand? And I've also stand on that, and I've been living that life to see whatever that happens at the end of the day. But there was also one video that I received recently. I don't know if any one of you received the video of a Romanian girl who was actually killed by the ex-boyfriend, and it
Should've
seems the
been.
girl was burnt. The guy also did all those things, and this is a very big conversation that because we don't know a lot about the situation. Even if we don't know anything about it, we also say violence is not allowed anywhere.
Anywhere,
If it's
bro.
not-
Mate.
if you are an immigrant or you are Africans with this, once the relationship becomes violence, what it is base
Step out the
move,
door, bro.
move, and
Ain't worth it.
and when the threat keeps coming, you need to report to the right authority. You are a Romanian, you are a Nigerian, you are a Tanzania, you're Namibia, anywhere in the world you're from. Whenever the relationship becomes toxic, you just need to go. And whenever
Yeah.
the ex-boyfriend actually starts threatening you, you need to speak out. The media will help you. The police will help you. Even if the police are not helping you, the people in your environment will help you. And if help, like someone asked me, like, okay, if police said, okay, if the court say, okay, they are giving this person not to come close to you and everything, what if the person does? Who lose? At the end of the day, you are the one that is losing. That is why we say, find a place that is safe for you and also know what you are going into when you are going into them. Some of us want to go into a relationship. We already know that this relationship is going to be toxic. We already see it from the starting, but we say, you will change the person. You cannot change a man of 35, 25. When did you become a changee?
You cannot
That might be.
ask Mike Tyson to start playing football.
Playing football.
That might be.
Do you understand?
I think I need to do a freestyle on red flags and what?
Okay, go on with your freestyle. Director, 2 minutes for him.
Give him that beat. Give him that
Okay,
beat.
give him.
Come on, man.
What is this one
Wait,
now?
wait, hold on, hold on.
Hey,
Hold
I'm
on,
the
hold on,
DJ here,
hold on,
bro.
wait. That's all. I'm sorry, man.
All right, for real. Please be violent. Please don't be violent.
Don't be.
Please
Don't be.
Don't be
please
at all. Don't be
allow
violent
this
at
guy.
all.
Don't allow this guy kill me. What I'm saying is that please don't be violent and be vigilant. Be vigilant of your surrounding, no matter where you are, who you are. If this girl can be killed in her own house, anything can happen. Let's stay safe and let's stay secure. And also, there is another information that also came up during last week or last 2 weeks about the gas explosion.
Should be happening.
About the
Yeah,
gas
around, man.
explosion. When you actually perceive a smell, please take this up immediately. Please take it up. Your safety is very important. No capping is telling you this. Your safety is important. We love you. We want you to watch our videos. Without you, we don't have views. We don't have like. We don't have comments. We need you to survive. Please, when you perceive any smell, when you perceive anything, please call the necessary bodies, the necessary authorities. Let them be aware that this is what
Pompori
is
is on
happening.
board. Call
And please,
Pompori.
okay.
love
We
that.
also had issues about one African syndic who was about to take one of this public transportation, and the lady refused to actually accept her ride because she was black. She's black.
Yes, I would
This
like
has
us
happened to me.
to talk about this.
This has happened to me, and I want to ask you guys: have you guys experienced this before?
I
This is the
have.
highest order of racism.
Bro, there are different levels of racism that I've seen and faced and heard and felt. I don't even know where to start, but one happened yesterday. I went to do inspection for the car. They call it Interpel. I can't pronounce it, ITP or something. It's like vehicle inspection. Back home they used to call it roadworthiness.
Yeah. Can you continue?
Yeah, roadworthiness. And I went there. It was my turn. Then because the car had a gas tank at the back. It's called GPL. And he brought out the tire and was trying to check if everything was in order at the back. Then when he brought down the tire, he told me, put back the tire. That was the first instance, but I didn't see it as anything wrong.
Yeah.
So I put back the tire, cleaned up the place. So he took it further to the wheels that turns the tire just to check. Then he forgot, he has not checked something else at the back. He removed the tire again and the jack and said, hey, come and put back. That was when I realized, yo, what the hell are you doing?
It's your job.
It's your job. And I had witnessed him do it to two, 3 cars without calling them to come and put back the tire. And these 2 guys were what? And when he did this, I was like, hey, yo, it's your job. We pay you for this shit. Put it in. And he looked at me in a very condescending manner. I was like, you're stupid. But he still had to put it in because it was his job.
What is his job?
I didn't want to go livid because I was already boiling, but I told myself,
Just calm down.
calm down. Because every day I go out, these guys are passively aggressive. I get reminded that this is not my home. I've had someone told me, go back to your country. Before.
Yes.
It's crazy. And I've had other friends too.
Bro, if I tell you who have told me this, bro, you will not believe. And because of this situation, I've seen that people are able to have videos and be able to post it online.
Yeah.
And people are able to speak about it. Because I saw one with the Bangladesh guy. This happened, I know that area. This happened in Colentina Zeche, opposite Sector 7 or Sector 6 police station. And do you know why the police were able to apprehend that guy immediately? It was because the police was off duty. He was leaving from work. Now, for instance, if it was someone like me, who that guy came to my face, I'm very sure he's not going to complete the full statement because
you'd have pointed
I'm
him in
going
the
to
face.
waste him there ASAP, And
But we're also conscious of not
the thing
fighting.
is that we're trying not to be violent because, bro, back home, if you try that kind of bullshit,
No,
you
no.
understand?
You gonna get it.
So,
you gonna get it.
and I was telling someone that if it was me, I would take action ASAP. And the person was like, do you know that if the police would have come
It
and
would-
see
it would be
you
you.
being violent on that guy, they won't even want to consider what the situation is. It's going to be you,
Yeah.
And I was like, you have a point,
Yeah. He did have a point.
because, bro, a police guy has told me, go back to your country. I'm saying it live. And I'm going to, I have a proof, and I'm going to have, this time around, I'm going to make a video, I'm going to make a recording for me to be able to have this, because I don't know if you have been to Santomare.
Santomare, I've heard of it.
Santomare is the in the north
Never
part,
been there, but I've heard of it.
So whenever you come down from the train station at Santomare, you have this immigration police, the border police,
Yeah.
and they come to you, like, oh, show me your ID and stuff like this, And okay, the thing is that Santomare has a border with Hungary. You understand me? So I understand that the border police are trying to check people's ID and see where you're going to, but first of all, I think Romania is in Schengen. So I don't think that is really necessary anymore. I don't know how the law works, but like what I know, I don't think that is necessary. And if a border police comes at the train station to ask people for their ID, I'm very sure that they're supposed to ask multiple people for this.
Yeah,
but the fact that you're black,
They pick dudes out.
they pick you,
They pick niggas out.
they pick the niggas out,
Yeah, let's just say it.
Every day
Call
I've,
spade a spade.
I've been going to Santomare since 2022, 23. And I'm always having this every day. I go to Santomare. So whenever I go to Santomare, the last one, the guy was like, where's your ID? I brought up my ID, I showed him the ID, he checked it, and he was like, where are you going to? I was like, I don't understand this question. I'm here in Bucharest. I'm here in Santomare. I'm coming to Santomare. He was like, where are you going in Santomare? What are you coming here to do? And I was like, I don't think if someone go to Constanta and the police should be asking you, what are you doing in Constanta? I have a Romanian ID, which is valid everywhere. You check the ID is correct.
Yeah.
It's not fake.
Yeah.
And then you're asking me, what am I doing here?
As a
Okay,
border checking
and I told-
inside Romania.
And I told him, I came here to visit my family,
I saw
This is what I said.
Bogus, bro.
And he was like, where? Open the bag. I want to see what you're carrying.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, this in a train station? Like, I've never seen this kind of thing happening before inside the country.
Yeah.
I'm not even outside Romania.
Not the bottom.
Man.
I'm like, I was explaining to him, told him, why are you doing like this, And the Romanian guy was there seeing what was happening, And the police guy told me, this is Romania. If I don't like it, I should go back. And the Romanian guy stepped in, and told me I should not listen to them, that this is how they behave here with foreigners, that I should just let them be.
Damn.
Because he was telling me that my ID is in Bucharest, so I'm here in Santomare. He needs to know what I'm doing here in Santomare.
That dude sounds like an
So,
uneducated folk.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Just in line with what you said, I had a similar encounter with the police who, for some reason, I was making some deliveries and I picked up an order from Afi. I saw them in front of Afi. There's a place where they normally park in front of Afi, and Definitely, if you are on a bike, if you're on a bicycle, there's a place on the covert where you park.
Yeah.
Right? When you want to go pick up your order. So I got there, picked up my order, I left. And then I was around Horizont of close to Favorite Horizont on the covert where you have a bicycle lane. And these guys drive and they block me. And they're like, come down. Where's your documents? I showed them my documents and everything. And they're like, what am I doing on the covert that I'm supposed to be on the road? And I'm like, but this is a bicycle lane, you know? And then they were like, they should don't see my card and everything. They were going through it and everything. And other people passed, Romanians passed, they stopped them, they allowed them to go, you know? And then they held me down. They booked me and everything. I was like, this is the bicycle lane. In fact, they were using Google Translate to communicate with me. Both police officers. And at the end of everything, the guy was like, I should sign the fine. That I should sign it. I was like, I'm not going to sign it. It was like, we have your card, we know your address and everything. If you don't sign it, we'll find you to your house and we'll send you back to your country. I was like,
Oh God.
You can imagine what is
I
coming
was
from the
trying to- I was
mouth
trying
of
to-
the people that's
I-
meant to protect us,
like,
you know.
I tried to reach out to
Yeah.
people, but at that point, because of the old drama that was going on, I didn't even think of bringing out my phone to record and everything. So
I
because
also have
it
a
was
police
crazy, I should have done
issue
that,
too,
you know. And then they gave me the fine. They said if I don't pay a particular amount, so time,
Yeah,
that
2
it-
weeks.
in 2 weeks or something, I had to pay. But because I told a friend of mine, and then she was like, no, they shouldn't do like this, and she gave me a link. She helped me to appeal and everything, and I paid the money. Within some days later,
Reverted.
the money came back into my account. It was reverted into my account, meaning that the appeal actually went through. And I was like, it's crazy that even the policemen, you know, my paper, my permit was complete, you know, everything. I was still schooling then.
Yeah.
And then they use those kind of words like, if you don't do it, we are going to send you back to your country, we are going to come to your
It's a-
apartment, we know where you live.
It's a bit
You know,
below the
it's-
belt. I'm not afraid to go back to my country, by the way, because
It's crazy.
But for real, these are very a serious issue, and we just want people to speak out, and we actually want people to be aware that even if we are not in our country, and just the way we are Africans in Romania, Romanians are in the UK, Romanians are in London, Romania are they are in the Netherlands, in Germany. So like people are meant to actually migrate, immigrate every time. So we also understand that even if we have these people out of these populations, we also have some also good experience. But these ones
Yeah,
are
the
not
great
something
people,
that we should take for granted.
No,
It's
never.
because if a citizen, like a normal person on the street, says this thing to you, you'll just feel like this is bullshit. He's
Yeah, yeah,
uneducated.
yeah.
He's unexposed.
Yeah.
But when it now comes to an officer who is supposed to protect you against these people, you understand, is now speaking this, then you now have to ask
But
yourself.
there's a saying in Romania, they say, okay, that is the people that failed to become something big in life that becomes police in Romania. That's the saying. I didn't.
But I've met some wonderful police,
But
so
I've
I
met
don't
some
think.
good ones.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
met some.
I've met some
I've
good
met
ones.
some good ones. You
I've
know?
met some
Yeah.
good ones, but this is
I
a
met-
saying.
yeah.
But it's generalized, but it might not be true. But I also have.
Say it in Romanian so that people will understand.
God damn.
No, let me say it for
Okay,
you. Let me
okay.
say it for you. You know, you have to speak with the Romanian guy.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's go.
Yes,
I'm
go.
sweating right now.
So they said, that's it. That's
Up
it.
Nepal.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Hey, hey.
Oh my God, damn.
No,
Bine,
nu,
nu înțelegi.
Ai înțelegi romana foarte puțin, ai înțeles?
Nu, foarte bine, foarte
Da,
bine.
stai
foarte
puțin,
bine,
stai puțin.
Aoleu.
Așa.
Police aici în România,
România?
foarte bine.
Da,
Asta?
da.
Ai înțeles?
Da.
Un pic, știu, nu bine.
Nu bine.
Lasă.
Încoșimi?
When you finish talking, you just go last finger. You have to go last finger.
I understand on the 100% basis.
No, but honestly
But for
speaking,
real, let's talk about
Yeah.
this racism and It's not something we actually want to joke about.
Nah, man.
We saw Cindy issue.
fucking like it.
God bless you. Big shout out to Cindy, CEO Afroland, for actually speaking out. Big shout out also to Isabella, the journalist who actually published this. We also had some chat with her from No Capping, and she told us how she came across the video and how she actually did everything. Big shout out to you. She's a Romanian and she actually stood for this. She stood for good. Isabella, we're saying thank you from No Capping. And we want to tell you, if you are a racist, today you might be in another country and
Tomorrow.
just perceive it. When you get to the other country, how are you going to be feeling
Don't
when
even-
someone say these
Don't
words?
even go too far. There's a lot of Romanians in Italy, in England, in different places, even in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
And how would you feel if dudes come up to you and tell you, hey, go back to your country, and they call you and they use the word? I don't want to use the word up here, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they use that word, you know.
You know what I
that
mean.
word.
How would you feel?
Five letters.
How would you feel? Like, it's like that. Let's think about it that way. And shout out to Sonia. Sonia is one of the best Romanians I've met. Andrea. And also Isa. So these people are nice. Like, they make me think of there is still hope.
Yeah, they make me people
Yeah.
like this make us forget that
Yeah.
this kind of things
and,
exist.
And I
you know?
also know you've got people too.
Yeah.
You know? You've got people too. You've got people
Yeah,
too.
of course. I have some nice Romanian
And,
friends.
and there's a lady here that manages this podcast. She's a Romanian. She's lovely. I don't want to call her name, but she knows who she
Yeah.
Yeah.
is. She's special.
So a big shout out to everyone who is listening. Big shout out to the Romanian government. Big shout out to immigration. Big shout out to the police department. We know for every department there are always bad eggs, and we are
Very bad
we are
eggs.
not saying that these people are totally bad, but we know that there are some people in there that are actually bad, and we are saying this to you guys. You that you are listening, if you have the opportunity to listen to this podcast, you have the opportunity to have a phone, you have opportunity to scroll through the phone. You are a Romanian, you are an individual, you are a person, and no matter what your color might be, we are all people of love. If you say negative words to me today, just imagine somebody else saying negative words to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You are Romanian. Romanians are not known for being bad. I've been to the UK and I see people talking about Romania are very hardworking over
people,
there.
yeah.
And we want to preach this gospel. We want to tell people about Romanian people, how good they are, how good their food is. Samale,
Tiramisu.
Mama Liga.
Mama Liga, and everything.
And they love their chorba.
Yeah, we love Romania.
Choba da pui.
And Romania have actually got some of the most beautiful girls in the world. You
That
know,
one said they. That one said
Temptation.
that one said they.
Romania guys. I'm not actually marketing Romania right now, but I'm saying what I've
we ain't
experienced
gonna do
for
that.
5 years that I've actually been here. Romania is amazing. And if I choose a country again, I would choose to come to Romania. And we love the people. Not everybody is a racist. Yeah, I've lived in different countries. Like I've lived in the Netherlands also.
Yeah.
I've lived in most of the time I'm in the UK and all stuff like that. But bro, I will tell you for free, like Romania is why I decided to settle in. Not that somebody actually had me here to settle down. Why I decided to settle in Romania is because the culture. You see that culture. That family orientation is both in Nigeria, like African thing, is similar to the
Yeah,
way
because-
Romania actually handles.
Nigeria 2.0.
Well,
Yeah.
This is no
No, it's
cap.
not,
This
it's
is
not, it's no cap.
Because I know you wanted to, you had the chance to move, but you didn't move.
Yeah, I didn't move.
Because
I wanted to move.
You actually
before.
found reason to stay back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted
what
to.
was that reason?
It's personal.
In life.
But wait, I'm going to tell you the reason. I'm going to tell you the reason.
Tell us.
But if I tell you, my Oga at
At
the
the top,
top.
what will I say?
My Oga,
We say now. We made known
no,
by your
the one,
Okay, at the top.
the reason I didn't move to another country will be made no. But my Oga
at the top.
at the top.
Check out the hand, the symbol. Don't forget this.
All right, thank you for tuning in to No Capping Podcast. I remain your humble host, SMG the Boss. It's No Capping, it's No Capping Vibe. And this is Alex Wiseman One. And you go Elijah here. And then you go Codename Scalar.
I have
voice of the
one
streets.
wise
Voice
word.
of the
One wise
streets.
word. One wise
And
word
before you
I
go,
leave.
don't forget that Alex, the wise man, will always say what an elderly man will see when he's sitting down. Even if you climb on top of the tree as a youth, you will not see it.
No, that's not what
and
happened today.
I told you have you seen 5 million? As an elderly man that is seeing this on the top, have you seen 100,000?
Wise one.
Let's leave that one.
Wise one. Drop one.
Oh yeah, drop one.
The wise word for today is
Yeah.
when a donkey thinks he can run faster than a horse, the river will laugh at him.
How will the river come to the donkey?
Think about it.
Think about it.
I was about to
If you
drop-
have
I was about to
anything,
drop
drop
this
the comment. Thanks for watching. Bye from here.
We are here, man.